There we go. Okay. So, hello, this is the Make Your Mark information session. I'm Samantha Kennedy. Again, I'm the Impact and Evaluation Officer at Community Southwark. So I'm kind of the primary trainer for this program. I oversee the program. I'll be your point of contact for the application process and for the program itself as well. So why become a champion? Why join this program? What are you going to get out of it? Why is it, maybe important for you to join? What can your organization benefit from this program? So I think the first thing is to really, you're going to learn to confidently monitor and evaluate your projects. So I think the first thing is really to learn the difference and the distinction between monitoring and evaluation, and how to do both very effectively. So you're going to kind of learn to do this to ensure that your project is on track with your own targets, your own goals, maybe goals of your funder, and then seeing if it was successful. So, you can do this reporting to funders, saying how successful you were in certain areas, or maybe areas of improvement. So continuous improvement as well. So looking at the data that you're going to collect and seeing, where you were successful, where you can share out that best practice to other organizations, and where you can target your improvement, make your project, your program better for your clients. You can also kind of use this information, your monitoring and evaluation to apply for new funding or scale up to serve more clients. You're going to better understand and report your impact to different audiences. So I think, someone already mentioned this already, but that idea of, you may know the kind of that impact you're making day to day, you can intuit it. You talk to your clients and they have really great feedback, but it's having that kind of black and white, as you said, Francesca, that black and white evidence and that impact that you can really report and communicate. So you might have already have a client in mind who's like, oh, they gave me really great feedback, but how do you really communicate this case study, this positive feedback? So you're going to learn about measuring your impact through data, and then kind of reporting that through different methods. So impact reports, just maybe on your website, and then through case studies particularly, and then kind of aggregating data and reporting out on, numbers of clients served and outcomes and outputs and things like that. You'll even learn about reporting impact through sound, so sound bites and kind of images, and the power of storytelling in that way as well. So you're going to come away with customized monitoring and evaluation products that you can use right away. So through the workshops, you're going to be creating prototypes and products that you can use kind of right away. So things like theories of change, cases for support, outcomes frameworks, things like that. So you can kind of, put them on your website, use them in funding application, use them as kind of strategy documents for your organization as well. So you're also going to meet kind of peers in Southwark and be a part of a larger but also still local M&E community. So we're looking to recruit about 8 to 10 champions for this cohort. And so you'll be peer networking with them, and also the Make Your Mark kind of community. So our last cohort of Make Your Mark members are, we kind of have alumni network, so a larger community that you'll be on that mailing list. You'll get kind of event invitations, updates, resources shared, things like that. And finally, you're going to learn from other experts, not just me. Not to say that I'm an expert. I still, I'm always learning, continuously learning. But we will have a few master classes with Superhighways, which I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with them, but they're a really kind of incredible organization that focuses on digital skills and upskilling kind of smaller volunteer-run organizations in London through digital, and so specifically digital tools for monitoring and evaluation. So you'll have master classes with them, and you also kind of have opportunities to talk to other organizations in Southwark that are kind of smashing their M&E. So we'll kind of get them involved as well. Okay, sorry, I was just taking a quick look at the chat. So a bit more about what the actual program is and what the offer is. So this cohort is September 2021. So looking timeline wise, the first kind of workshop will start at the end of September to about February 2022. And we kind of tweaked some of the language this year, but we're calling it our Cohort of Champions. So the idea that you would be championing your M&E learning and bringing it back to your organization to really embed that culture of M&E in your organization. So the main kind of crux of the offer, 5 workshops, like I said, will start in late September and go towards February, to February. I think it's about 1 workshop per month. And the workshops are kind of listed here. So the first one will be M&E and overview. Identifying need is the second one, and kind of proving need, whether that's to funders or to other stakeholders as well. The third workshop will be around theory of change, developing one, embedding one, kind of what they are, why they're important. The fourth one will be data collection tools. So the different types, how to implement them, how to use them. This will also feature superhighways as a master class. So they'll come and show you more digital data collection tools and how to use those, and kind of what's at the cutting edge of digital. Analyzing and reporting impact will be the final one. And again, that'll be featuring superhighways too, and they'll be showing you kind of really cool digital tools to report impact. So like podcasts, platforms, things like that. Although workshops are going to be about 2 hours, so far we're going to have them online. That may change, but each workshop, it's going to be a good mix of theory and kind of content learning with practical application and prototype development. So each workshop, you're going to come out of it with some sort of product that you can use and bring back to your organization. So peer learning and buddy system. So I kind of already said there's going to be between 8 to 10 organizations in your cohort of champions, but we will also have our larger Make Your Mark community with alums. So there's going to be 4 different networking sessions throughout the cohort. They'll be in between the workshops, and there'll be a mix of kind of just cohort networking and then wider Make Your Mark community networking, so you can meet some new people as well. You'll also have a buddy system. So at the beginning of the program, we will match you with another organization by some commonality. I'm not sure, just kind of depends on who ends up being in the cohort, but either based on your aim or your organizational size or your target audience, some sort of commonality. So you'll have a buddy to kind of support you and just someone to lean on and talk about your journeys together throughout the cohort. So also there'll be one-on-one support with me. So if anything you need M&E related as we go through the program, we can have one-on-one support. So I can do document review, help you create frameworks, strategies. Just kind of anything that pops into your head. I've looked at like as small as looking at surveys and giving you feedback on surveys to helping you create and edit and test your theory of change with other stakeholders. So it's really a wide range, and whatever you kind of need. And like I said, expert talks from other organizations, superhighways, and then other kind of organizations throughout Southwark that are doing really well in M&E, and we kind of want to showcase them. And then also a bank of resources and tools that we have. So various templates, one pagers, things like that, that you can use and bring back to your organization. So before we get into the commitment, any questions so far? Anything not clear? Great, okay. So then what's the commitment from you? What does it look like being part of this program on your end? So first thing is to really attend and participate in the workshops. Because these are kind of the main part of the offer, it's important that you try to come to as many as you can. Obviously things come up and you can't help emergencies and just things that come up, that day or the day before, and totally understand. I think to try and help you, we're going to help you plan and make sure you're free. We're going to send a training schedule in the middle of September that will cover all the trainings until February. So you'll be able to block those off ahead of time. Additionally, you're gonna participate in 2 evaluation sessions. So there will be a short evaluation session midway through the cohort. And that's just gonna be to get some of your feedback and to, adapt the program as needed based on your feedback. And then also an evaluation session a little bit longer at the end to, see how everything went, celebrate your successes, but also, get that feedback to, constantly improve for the next cohort. So additionally, you'll be completing learning journeys. So these are just documents that are going to kind of measure, you'll fill them out yourself, and you're gonna reflect on your kind of confidence and knowledge around various M&E topics before the program and after the program. Buddy support. So the networking sessions will be optional, but it would be really great if you could support your buddy throughout the program as they need, and vice versa. So they'll support you as you need to. And then finally, report back your learnings and showcase your M&E products to kind of others in your organization. So again, the idea of championing, wow, okay, can't say that word, but I should learn before the cohort starts. But really kind of, advocating and bringing this back to your organization to make sure you're embedding that culture of M&E. So, so in case, you are to transition from your organization or something, those learnings are still there, and it's creating that long-term change within your organization. I know I said finally for the last one, but finally, fill in kind of surveys and other forms as needed. And these are just usually at the end of the program, but not too much, but I just wanted to put it in there. Okay, any questions? Nope. Cool. Okay, so that's kind of the bit about the program itself, what's on offer, what's expected of you as a champion. My goodness. So now just a bit about the application. So it's due the 6th of September. I think you might have seen on other communications, it was due the 27th of August, but we've extended the deadline a bit, just over a week. So due the 6th of September. And to apply, you have to be a Community Southwark member. If you're not, it's really simple and easy to apply. There's only 2 criteria. You have to be a not-for-profit, and you have to be either located or operating in Southwark. So if you're not and you want to be, you can reach out to me. And then the other thing is just complete the 14-question application. I know 14 questions sounds like quite a lot, but they're pretty straightforward, and we'll go through now just a little bit about the questions and why we're asking them and kind of what we expect. So the first couple questions really just contact information and information about your organization. So things like your turnover, and then your organization's aim. So this will help us to partner organizations for the buddy system. So, in this answer, you can say your mission if you have one, or just a quick couple sentences about your kind of overall aim and who you serve. It doesn't have to be a long paragraph as to like all your projects or all your activities, but just kind of an overview. So then you'll kind of move into the part of the application that's more open-ended. And these are just questions to really get you thinking about and reflecting on why you're applying and what you want to achieve throughout the program. So the first one is describing your current M&E process. So we just want to get a better understanding of what you're currently doing and kind of where you are on your M&E journey. I think this funding is originally targeted for smaller organizations who might not have that M&E in process or in place right now, but it's really open to anyone, and we are taking applications from everyone. So even if you do have M&E in place and you want to learn more, you can still apply. So the second one is, why is your organization applying? So just to get you reflecting and kind of explain why you want to go through a 5 or 6 month program. It is a bit intensive. So why your organization's applying, like what's the need there? And then the third one is, what do you hope to achieve? So yeah, what your expectations are, what you want to come out of the program with. You can here include like 1 or 2 goals you may have. And then how do you plan to champion and share your learnings? So again, that idea of embedding the culture of M&E and making that long-term change. So how are you planning to share with other stakeholders in your organization, volunteers, other staff, trustees, maybe clients as well. And yeah, so how you're planning to cascade that information. And then the final questions are just confirming that you have the capacity to commit to the program. So there will be like 1 or 2 enrollment kind of forms once you're selected, but right now just making sure that, committing to about 1 working day per month is reasonable for you. Your workshop availability, so looking at kind of morning or afternoon for each of the working days and what kind of works for you generally. If you say have Wednesday afternoons kind of free, usually ticking that off. And then any final comments or questions from you. And that's kind of the entire application form. It's pretty short, but thought it just might be nice to give you a bit more context and background. Any questions about application form or anything else? Oh, I see there's one in the chat. Okay, we are keen to understand different methods to evaluate the development of soft skills in our participants. Is that something that we would explore on the program? Yes, definitely. So different types of evaluation methods, different types of data collection tools to then evidence those soft skills and make sure that they are, achieving those soft skills. That's definitely something we would talk about. Some of the workshops get kind of general as to the various, methods and tools, but then we can get very specific in the products and like the data collection frameworks that you'll create. So yeah, that's definitely something we would cover. Any last questions? Great. Ooh. Okay, so my organization is a member, but the info listed on the Community Southwark website is out of date. Is there anyone I can contact to get this updated? Yes, definitely. I will send you a form after this and you can update your information. But yeah, as long as you're a member, it doesn't, yeah, you can still apply even if you see the data is a little out of date. Okay, so final kind of key dates, contact information. Like I said, the application is due the 6th of September. So about 3 weeks, I think, from now. We'll notify selected organizations kind of that Friday, I think. And then the workshops will kind of begin within a few weeks, so near the end of September. So I think either the second to last or the last week of September. And if you think of questions or concerns, you can email vcssupport@Community Southwark, and we will get back to you within, I think, a couple days, but I'm monitoring the email for Make Your Mark inquiries. So I'll aim to get back to you that working day. And yeah, please feel free to email us up until the 6th of September and even after. Can you speak on how competitive acceptance to the program is? Yeah, so I think last year there was, I think with COVID and the need to apply for a lot of funding and report out on funding, it was very competitive last year. So we ended up creating 2 cohorts that were about 8 I think one was 8 organizations and one was 7 organizations. So I think we ended up turning away about 7 organizations, but total had about 15. So yeah, so last year it was very competitive, but we accommodated by creating a second cohort. This year, I think we're still looking for 1 cohort, but I can say right now we have 4 applications. So yeah, we'll see. But if not, if for some reason you don't get picked, like I said, you still get 5 hours of one-on-one support with us at Community Southwark being a member. So you can always reach out for that support as well. And we'll be running another cohort. So yeah, I know that's not a very definitive answer. Sorry. Any final questions? I'll stop recording.